Good morning, gentlemen. How are we doing today? Pretty well, I hope. Um, Everybody's back in the classroom today. That's good. Um, Gabe, I don't know if we have your packet back or not. Sometimes it takes them a day or two to get us back to work you've done when you spend a day upstairs. So, if you don't have it with you today, you're still going to have to watch the video, but you'll have to catch up on the work when we can get that back. Okay? Sorry, bud. I'm not trying to mess anybody over, but we also got to make sure we get the work turned in. Okay? And I know it's not your fault that we don't get everything back right away, but quit getting in trouble. Come on. All right. Anyway, here we go. Let's start with. Well, yeah, you've already started with your Moby Max. You've got that done. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here on this video yet, right? If you don't have it done, pause the video, do your Moby Max. I'll see you back here in 7 minutes. Okay? For those of you who are done, let's keep going. Let's look at this. This is what we did yesterday, right? Yeah. Getting started with area. So you can either count up all the dots in the middle. That could take a while. Or you could do the multiplication. 7 by 4. 7 times 4 is 28. And when you count all those up, you find you get 28 blocks in there. 28 units. 28 units squared. There we go. Now, sometimes it's easier to count the blocks. Like that's a very irregular shape. It'd be difficult to count those blocks to do this with multiplication. These, however, were much simpler, right? We just took the length times the width. Boom, boom. 4 times 2 gave us 8. 3 times 4 gave us 12. Then we moved on. We found some more, shall we say, irregular shapes. Well, that's a regular shape right there. That's normal. That's a normal shape. That one, well, maybe not so much. You could draw your lines in there and count it out yourself. Which is probably what I would recommend doing. And then, like this one right here was another kind of unusual thing. We had to draw our lines through there and count them all up. Then here we had solid shapes that had holes cut out of them. So we multiplied the length times the width and then subtracted out what was in the hole. Multiply the length times the width and subtracted what was in all 5 of those holes. Hopefully you guys wrote those down because I didn't write them down. Let me do that real quick. Let me do this one real fast. Let's see, this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 6 is 36. And we have to take away 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 4 leaves 32 square units. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then how many spots are missing from the middle? 6 times 6, you'll get 36 again. And you're taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can figure that one out. Hopefully you've already got it figured out. You did it yesterday. Draw 2 rectangles or squares with an area of 16 square units. Okay. So you could do 4 by 4, because 4 times 4 is 16. What else could you do? 1 times 16. If you figure out the factors of 16, what times what will give you 16, that will give you examples of what you could do here, right? So the only other one you could really do to do a square or a rectangle would be 2 times 8. Here's 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are the only 3 ways you can get a square or rectangle with 16 square units. You could draw some kind of a crazy shape like these up here, but those aren't squares and rectangles, right? Squares and rectangles have even sides. So it's based on the factors of 16. 1 times 16, 2 times 8, 4 times 4. Draw 2 rectangles with an area of 24 square units. Once again, you're going to use your factors. Now, 24's got a lot of factors. You got a lot of options there. This one was 2 times 12. I could do 1 times 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's a rectangle, a square. Let's start with an area of 24 square units. How tall is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 1, 2, 3. 8 times 3 is 24. So we have 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 6 gives you, whoops, let's not draw it right out there in the middle. There you go. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 square units. Boom, 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 boom. Any of those will work, right? Because if you take your factors of 24, 1 and 24, 2, 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6, 1, 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. That's got it. Anyway, any 2 of those will work. Then we did these rectangles that had, these shapes that had unusual areas. So what they wanted us to do was draw a little line here and get the area of this section plus the area of this section. 3 times 5 plus 3 times 2. That's what we did right here, right? Right. And sometimes they cut a chunk out of the middle, so we get our area of the whole area and then subtract those 4 from the center. Yeah. I did this one with you, expecting you guys to get these 3 done on your own. Hopefully that happened, but I'll do this one with you just in case. Okay, so it's got a line drawn right here to separate our 2 sections, right? Right there. So I've got 1, 2. 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 2 times 5 plus 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3. What's 2 times 5? 5, 10, right? What's 3 times 3? 3, 6, 9. Then we just add together our 10 plus 9, which gives us 19. There we go. All right. That's pretty good refresher. Brings us up to speed where we are now. It says the total area of this rectangle is 3 by 8. All right, 3 by 8, which 3 times 8 is 24 square units. Oh, but notice, we can write the longer side of the rectangle as a sum. 3 plus 5, right? Because 3 plus 5 gives us 8. Then its area would be written as 3 times 3 plus 5. If we think of it as two rectangles, you see where they've divided right there in the middle. You got this one on this side and this one over here on that side. If we think of it like two rectangles, we can write the area as 3 times 3 plus 3 times 5. So thinking of it as one rectangle or two rectangles, we get 3 times 3 plus 5. That's the area of the whole rectangle. That equals 3 times 3, the area of this first part here, plus 3 times 5, the area of the second part. I'm a little scared of what it's going to ask us to do next, but we'll get through it. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. Okay. Can you see where they have divided this rectangle? Looks like it divides right here. So since they split it here, like this one section, that's another section, this first number will be the height. How tall is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be 4 times whatever makes up our whole triangle, our whole rectangle. This first one goes 1, 2. 2 plus something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 times 2 plus 5. So the area of our first part is 4 times 2. Do we agree? Okay. That means the area of our second part, this bigger section, is still 4 times something because, well, it's the same rectangle. It's just going to work that way. 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 times parentheses 2 plus 5 is the same as saying 4 times 2 plus 4 times 5. That's, again, our distributive property. So if we were going to multiply this out like it is, we would multiply 4 times the 2 and the 4 times the 5. 4 times 2 plus 4 times 5. That's exactly what we're getting right there. Letter B. Let it be, let it be. Never mind. Anyway, draw our line right down here where that dotted line goes. And there's another dotted line right there. Another dotted line right there. Another dotted line right there. Okay. We're working on this problem right here, though. Again, since the line goes this way, when we count our spaces going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is not split, is it? So that's the one that goes right here. 4 times, this is very much split. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 1, 2. 4 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. 4 times 4 plus 2. And again, if we break that down with the distributive property, 4 times each one of these numbers. 4 times 4 plus 4 times 2. I keep trying to scroll using my mouse pad, not realizing it's all just sitting right here. I'm going to let you guys do these next 3 on your own. Okay? So count the length. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just was going to let you do it on your own. Here I am just counting these out for you. How wide is this section? 1, 2, 3. And how wide is this section? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this, you guys figure this part out. And then the next two are all you, because I'm totally not touching them. No, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. That's on you guys. Oh, but wait. How the turntables. They've twisted it around on us now, haven't they? Yeah, they did. They're giving us this, want us to fill in this part, and then they expect us to draw the rectangles. All right, well, we can do this. We know what we're doing, don't we? Yeah, we do. All right, 3 times 2 plus 4 is saying right there and right there. 3 times 2 plus 3 times 4. What is that? What is 3 times 2? 6. Very good. What's 3 times 4? Takes a little more doing there. 3, 6, 9, 12. So if we had that plus sign in the middle, 6 plus 12. There we go. Now we have to draw, oh, hang on, 18 units squared. Okay, otherwise I'd have been totally wrong. Could have been, what, 18 horses, right? Okay, so I have to draw this rectangle over here to make it go down 1, 2, 3 spaces. And the rectangles we have are 3 by 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 3 by 2 plus 3 by 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our 2 rectangles. 3 times 2, 3 times 4, add them together. 3 times 4 plus 2, 3 times 6, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There we go, just like we said. I'm going to do one more of these with you. I'll start on that back page. 5 times 1 times 4. So our problems are going to be 5 times 1 plus 5 times 4. All right, so these are 5 times 1, 5 times 4. There we go. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 5 times 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. 5 plus 20 is 25. Let's see what we have. First time is going to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1. Okay. Our next one is going to be 5 by 4. We still have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall by 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, and that would be 5. There we go. That's what it looks like. Let you guys knock those next 3 of them out. If you have any questions, that's what the adult in the room is for. Otherwise, let's keep working. find the shaded area. Write a number sentence for the area. Okay. Well, you could pretend that this area is filled in and that this area is filled in. Get the whole area there, then subtract those blocks and those blocks. Or you could draw a line here and a line here. Treat it like you got a square and two rectangles. I'm probably going to do it this way, just for the sake of easiness. I have 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just making sure. So we have 3 times 6. And then we have this right here, which is 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to add all this together. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 6, or plus 9, is 18. Plus 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 18 is 30. Plus 9. 39 square units. Ba-boom! That's what we got. Find the shaded area. Let's find the outside, the whole area, then we'll subtract what's in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 times 6 minus 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What is 8 times 6? Do we know that? I bet you do. That's why I'm not helping you with it. If you want to use your calculator, go for it. All right, fine. I guess I will help you with it so we can move on. 8 times 6 is 48. Minus 3 times 3. What's 3 times 3? 9. 48 minus 9. What in the world is 48 minus 9? Again, you have a calculator. You can use it. Or you can count back. Either way, when you wind up with 39 square units, there we go. You got a big schoolyard and a little school right there. How are you going to solve for that one? There's different ways you could do it. You could multiply and then subtract. You could divvy your yard up into different sections and count the grids. You could multiply across. Lots of different ways to figure this out. The area of this shape, it's kind of like a key, is 32 squares. Your task is to write a number sentence for that area. Like, how would you set this one up? Would you draw imaginary lines over here and then subtract everything that's not shaded in? Would you draw a line here and bring it all the way across this way? It's up to you. The area of the shape is 32 squares. You got to write a number sentence for the area. Account for this, account for this. Yeah. That's it. That's what we got, folks. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.